the starters for race 2. Soupy Campbell Memorial, top of the stretch. Rita Sealster and Colleen Clancy. Tuned in, Sam Hodgen, Diamond Hard, and Robert Kraft. Then we have Twinbee Intrepid and Charlie Price. In gals, John Davidson. Don Bryn Master, Gilles Barrio, Shady Martin, Wayne Watson. And outside, fastest can be, and Mark Haig. 8 across, here they come. They're off and pacing. Good start for the newcomer, Twinbee Intrepid, busting out of there for the lead. On the inside, though, going with him, Rita Sealster takes the lead. Then Twinbee Intrepid got away racing in second. Then third outside in gals. Sitting in fourth, that's Tuned In. Shady Martin is fifth. Then racing 6, Diamond Hard. 7th to the outside and driving on goes fastest can be. And Don Bryn Master trails the field. And he may take the outside flow from the back of the pack as they reach the opening quarter, 29-1. And Colleen down the highway here and on the choo-choo. We'll see her later in the Mildred Williams. And she's cutting it here with Rita Sealster on the lead. Then racing second is Twinbee Intrepid, looking good in the pocket. Shady Martin is parked, and out from second there goes Twinbee Intrepid. Shady Martin had to take check there. Then Twinbee Intrepid off stride and on the run. Confusion halfway home. The half, 59-3 around the turn, and the inquiry flashes up. On the inside, Rita Sealster leading. Then racing second, Shady Martin, fastest can be. Then racing fourth on the outside, Don Bryn Master swings out 3 wide for Barrio, and he's driving on hard from fourth. Then fifth in gals onto the 3/4. Shady Martin now has it. Then racing second outside, fastest can be. Barrio says faster, faster, says the master. 3/4, 134-1 as they round the turn, 131-1 by the 3rd quarter, and they're coming 3 high. Shady Martin, fastest can be on the outside. Then Don Bryn Master on the far outside is eating up racetrack. They're getting tight down to the wire, and it's Shady Martin trying to hold on, and he does. Shady Martin, then fastest can be second. Don Bryn Master just beat 2 lengths and was right there third. Time for the mile, 2:02. Mile in 2:02. And in the winner's circle now, the winner of race number 2, in memory of Winston Soupy Campbell, number 7, Shady Martin. 5-year-old gelded son of shady character to the No Nukes mare. Ronnie Hirsch, shown by Linda Vautour of St. John. Brock McEachran trains Wayne Watson. And they've scored back-to-back wins this week. Shady Martin, 2 straight wins. And in the winner's circle, Linda Campbell. Of course, you know her from her great cooking in the Horseman's Canteen. And also Soupy's daughter, Vonda, over from Prince Edward Island. So nice to see Vonda back here this afternoon. And she's in the winner's circle as well to put the familiar colors of Winston Soupy Campbell here in his memorial pace on the winner. Number 7, Shady Martin, wins the 2nd race. And the mile in 2:02. Shady Martin, congratulations. And also a jacket being presented to the winning driver of this race, race 2, and that's Wayne Watson. And the starters for our 3rd race, our first A stake for 3-year-old pacing colts, going for a purse of $7,900. In the hands of the starter, we have 6 in the field. The one, the little Munster, Kenny Arsenault driving. Right next door is No Cam Ray and Todd Trites. Woodmere Westerner, John Hocko from 3. Then Ocean View Racket, Earl Smith from 4. Post 5, Melody's Boy and Gilles Barrio. Outside 6, Force Finesse and Phil Pinckney. 6 across, race 3. Here they come. They're off a good start. No Cam Ray busting out for the lead. And Phil Pinckney is Force or Finesse on the outside, fired up, and they're head-to-head onto the opening eighth, and what a quick opening eighth, and they're free-stepping, and on the outside, grabbing the top, Force or Finesse. Pinckney wanted the lead, and he got it. No Cam Ray second, then back in third, the Little Munster, and we got a big quarter coming up. Then back in third, Woodmere Westerner, sitting back in the fifth, and sixth trailing. That is Melody's Boy in that opening quarter, 28-1. Around the turn, Force or Finesse. No Cam Ray second. The Little Munster is gapped out. Then Earl Smith sits in and gapped out as well with Ocean View Racket. Then it's back to Melody's Boy. He's out and moving, and now trailing Woodmere Westerner halfway home, and Pinckney right down the highway here with the Colt. 57-3 halfway home around the turn. Force or Finesse putting on an early speed show, and he's on top and moving out now. No Cam Ray second. The Little Munster racing back in the third, then gapped out Melody's Boy, then gapping out further to Ocean View Racket and Woodmere Westerner, but it's all Force or Finesse, and what a force he is here. 3/4, 1:27-1 as they round the turn. Force or Finesse, what a performance, and he's out by half a dozen. No Cam Ray second, the Little Munster third, Melody's Boy fourth, but watch him pace, and pacing he is doing. It's all Force or Finesse in the home stretch. Force or Finesse, an easy win. No Cam Ray. Came on a bit and did make up some ground in the lane, but they were not catching Force or Finesse this afternoon. And Force or Finesse and Pinckney winning in 1:56-4. Wow, 1:56-4. Force or Finesse. You got any friends? Yeah? What are you going to do about the other one? And back to the winner's circle, the winner of race number 3. And what a performance by number 6, Force or Finesse. 3-year-old son, he's by Force of Life out of the Wave Warmare. Swingor, owned by the KPD Standardbreds of Truro, Nova Scotia. Phil Pinckney trains and drives a colt. Phil, known as one of the best horsemen in the Maritimes. And he's having another outstanding season with the likes of Force or Finesse. He's also got some other top stake performers. And, of course, he's got Danacton Gale, and you're going to see him in the second card in the A&E Invitational Pace. But Phil Pinckney, a legend in maritime racing and one of the best horsemen to ever train horses in the region. And Phil having a career year in raising some of these youngsters. And one of them in the winner's circle now, Force or Finesse. And how about that mile? 1:56-4. 3-year-old pacer winning in race number 3. So congratulations, Phil and company, on your win in the third race. The A Division 3-year-old pacing colts goes to Force or Finesse and Phil Pinckney. Mile 1:56-4. Congratulations. And that opening quarter of 30-2, and we're battling up front. And the ladies battling for the lead. Funday Bay on the inside. Colleen getting roughed up here on the outside with her own Tis My Little One Park. Charlotte's Monty and Claire McDonald has a nice view of things. Deceptional on the outside, and he is covered up nicely though with Tammy McKay. Then on the outside moving, here comes Tisha's Pit Pony, and Kokan Rebel trails halfway home, and 3 ladies in, 3 ladies out. 101 and 2 around the paddock turn, and they drive to the 5/8 pole, and there goes Deceptional swinging out wide, but up front they've got to catch Funday Bay, and she doesn't get the front very often, and she's got the lead here. Racing second, Charlotte's Money. Then on the inside, racing third, Kokan Rebel. They were by the 3/4, 133 and 3 around the turn. Funday Bay. Charlotte's Money has had a perfect trip, and here comes Claire McDonald bursting from the pocket here. Then racing third now, Kokan Rebel is getting in the hunt. Deep stretch, Funday Bay, and now Charlotte's Money is taken over. Funday Bay on the inside, tight, and we're gonna call Charlotte's Money. And I think Charlotte's Money got it, but it's a picture, and what a stretch duel between Funday Bay and Charlotte's Money. 203 and 3, and Kelly Case and Claire McDonald waging a huge stretch battle, and we'll see which of the ladies came out on top. And it's picture time in the first division. And she's coming back in just a moment. Parading back now, the winner of race number 4, sponsored by the Atlantic National Exhibition, and our first leg of the Mildred Williams Driving Series goes to one Funday Bay, a 5-year-old daughter of Rustler Hanover, owned by Eric Wilson of Majorville. He does the training. And Kelly Case up for the drive, filling in for Chris High from post position number 1, Funday Bay. And you don't see her cut too many miles out, but Kelly Case took her right to the front and held on to win it in a tight win photo. And Funday Bay takes the first division, sponsored by the Atlantic National Exhibition. General Manager of Exhibition Park Raceway, Blair McDonald, in the winner's circle to present the winning cooler to Funday Bay. And the first division of the Mildred Williams Driving Series being held in here, and also Ann Curran on hand in the winner's circle as well. Under even money as we move in for the start of race 5. Again, the cooler sponsored by Alpine, Atlantic Sire Stakes 3-year-old pacing colts. One is Elm Grove Buddy and Todd Trites. And he's off stride a bit and back pacing from post 1. Then we have Zeres Kazoo and Jill Barrio. JF Money and Henry Smallwood. Hopedale Paris, Joey Pino. Cameo Morley, Claire McDonald, Country Estate, Darren Crow. 6 across. Here in the 5th race. Here they come. They're off. Cameo Morley on the outside, going out for Claire McDonald to take the lead. Then Elm Grove Buddy got away to the inside, racing second around the turn. Jers Kazoo racing third. Then racing fourth at the cones. That's Hopedale Paris. Back to the 2 trailers. And they are JF Money and Country Estate. The favorite gets off to a slow start as they make their way to the opening quarter. And Claire McDonald set up shop with Cameo Morley. Son of Arcane Hanover took them by the opening quarter and a nice comfortable 30-second flat quarter. Then racing second, Trites in the 2-hole trip with Elm Grove Buddy. Back in third, Jers Kazoo, and he is gapped out. Then racing fourth at the cones as they tip off the turn, Hopedale Paris. Then it's back to JF Money, and the trailer Country Estate has his work cut out for him. But he's out and moving quickly for Crow, but Cameo Morley getting things his way on the front, and Claire McDonald took them by the half in a minute and 1/5, 30-1 in the second split. Cameo Morley, he'll be tough to beat from here. Racing second, Elm Grove Buddy, Jers Gazoo, closing in a bit from third, then racing fourth and closing in quickly. That is Hopedale Paris. Then on the outside, Country Estate, and trailing the field at the back of the field, that is JF Money as they race past the three-quarter pole. And they were there in 1:30 flat, 29-4, and Cameo Morley leading. Then on the outside, Elm Grove Buddy second. Jers Gazoo is racing third with an eighth to go. Cameo Morley, Elm Grove Buddy on the outside. Jers Gazoo racing third. Deep stretch, Elm Grove Buddy has taken the lead. Elm Grove Buddy, then Cameo Morley, and Jers Gazoo gets up. But it's going to be Elm Grove Buddy, New Brunswick own pacer, scoring here in the fifth race, capturing the $7,900 A stake. Season's best for him. 158-2. Elm Grove Buddy on his game, and he wins 158-2. And back to the winner's circle. The winner of race number 5. He's a New Brunswick-owned pacer, Elm Grove Buddy. He's a 3-year-old son of Force of Life. That makes it a sweep so far for Force of Life youngsters. They've won both A divisions today so far, and he's out of the Ring of Light mare, Ring Up Apache. Owned by Wayne Hill of Fredericton. Todd Scott, the trainer. Todd Treitz in the driver's seat. And Elm Grove Buddy picks up his first win. And a great time to connect here today. The mile 158-2, a season's best for Elm Grove Buddy. And again, New Brunswick owned pacer. Scoring here in the fifth, it's Elm Grove Buddy in Todd Treitz. For the sixth race. Behind the gate, second elimination of the Mildred Williams driving series, Materialism and Ann Karen Larson from the inside. Salzbrook Dandy, Amber McPhee from post 2. Roll Along Cash and Kelly Case. Stillinger's Lady, Colleen Clancy. Then Sweet Lofty and Joey Ayotte. Then West Gem Princess, Tammy McKay. Full Pardon and Christine Davignon, and on the outside, J.K. Down, Claire McDonald. Break before the start on the 7 entry, Full Pardon. Off and pacing, Materialism has the lead, and he's quick to fire off the gate on the outside. Dillinger's Lady gets away racing in second. Salzbrook Dandy now takes over second. Materialism loose on the lead as they make their way up the backside. Salzbrook Dandy is second. Then racing third, getting in, that's Colleen Clancy, and Dillinger's Lady nicely and tucked in third. Then on the outside, driving up, that's Roll Along Cash driving to the outside as they move past the quarter. Materialism 30-3 opener. Materialism has the lead. Salzbrook Dandy in the pocket second. Then racing third on the outside, but parked on the outside, driving up, and that is Dillinger's Lady sitting inside fourth as they tip off the turn, led by Materialism. Salzbrook Dandy, Sweet Lofty on the outside coming up, and she's driving quickly second and going for the lead. Then on the outside, Claire gets into it with J.K. Down. Then it's back to Dillinger's Lady, West Gem Princess, and around the turn. And a pylon down there, and Dillinger's Lady hopping that a little bit, but Materialism on the lead. Salzbrook Dandy, what a nice trip in the pocket he's had. Then racing third on the outside, Sweet Lofty. Then fourth, and in contention, J.K. Down is right there for Claire, and she can finish up nicely. So watch for her, Materialism. And he's a digger on the front when he gets there, and he's got it. Salzbrook Dandy is going to come at him now, but Materialism has stepped it up now by 2 3/4, 130 and 4 Materialism. Salzbrook Dandy racing second and coming out to challenge now. And the Framinators neck and neck in the lane. Materialism, Salzbrook Dandy on the outside. Materialism is going to win it, and a 1-2 finish for the Frams. And they get it here. Materialism winning it, Salzbrook Dandy second, and the time for the mile. Tying his season's best of the season, 2 minutes and 1/5. And back to the winner's circle, the winner of race number 6, number 1, Materialism. 6-year-old gelded son of Matt Scooter, the On the Road Again mare. Charged to the limit. Owned by Gordon White of Quispam. Earl Fram trains the son of Matt Scooter. And he picks up his 5th win of the campaign. And he equals his season's best trip of 2 minutes and 1/5. As Materialism goes a gate-to-wire trip for Ann Karen Larson in the driver's seat. She wins the second heat of the Mildred Williams Driving Series. And what a show the ladies put on here today. And Materialism equaling his lifetime best, or his season's best rather, 2 minutes and a 1/5. And his regular driver, Mark Haig, smiling in the winner's circle. He's usually aboard this little guy. And he gladly gave up the reins to support the Mildred Williams Driver Series here this afternoon. And Butchie White also gladly giving up the regular pilot drive and handing the lines to the capable Ann Karen Larson. And she makes no mistake with Materialism in the mile, 2 minutes and a 1/5. And the starters have reached the top of the stretch, the Big Onion. And Lonnie Stokes, Island Hurricane, and Mark Campbell. Pictonian Waveu, Claire McDonald, Jags Raisin, and Todd Treitz. Elm Grove Beach, Earl Smith. Mr. Sundin, Jill Barrio, and Western Dexter. And Kenny Arsenault. 7 across the gate, race 7. Here they come. They're off. Pictonian Waveu fires out of there on the inside, the Big Onion. Then Mr. Sundin. Western Dexter is wide around the first turn. And if someone could pick that pylon up that just went down, please. As they race on up the backside, Western Dexter's tipped out 3 wide, and he's driving for the lead in between them, and right there as well, going for it. We got the park job happening, and Lonnie Stokes is playing hardball, and he's got the lead with the Big Onion, and he's trying to take a slice out of the favorites here. By that opening quarter, 28-3 around the turn, and up cutting it is the Big Onion. Then Claire took a seat with Pictonian Waveu. Mr. Sundin Dexter is back out and driving. Then right behind him with cover, here comes Island Hurricane out and moving. Then right behind him on the outside, driving up and moving as well as they pass a half. But Jags Raisin is locked in and trailing Elm Grove Beach 58-2 halfway home. The Big Onion after causing some early problems for the favorite, is rolled off stride, and all kinds of confusion there. And now grabbing the lead, Pictonian Wavu. Mr. Sundin had to come around and is parked now second. Then racing third and rough, Jags Raisin. And on the outside, Island Hurricane and young Mark Campbell. He may be there to pick up all the pieces. 3 wide, 3/4, 1:30-1, and Island Hurricane goes for the lead, but Claire still has it with Pictonian Wavu. Mr. Sundin is still there. Jags Raisin still rough, but he's still there. And on the outside, Island Hurricane making a bid. They're in deep stretch. Island Hurricane's got the lead. Then Jags Raisin comes up the inside, and they're getting tight down to the wire, but Island Hurricane and Mark Campbell, a perfect steer, and he just awaited the front end action. And he circles them 2 minutes and a 1/5. Oh, I know. Again, Island Hurricane was placed second, set back for interference to number 4, Jags Raisin. And back to the winner's circle on the placing, the winner of race 7. And quite a day for New Brunswick horses in the stakes action today. 2 winners from New Brunswick. And earlier on today, we seen Elm Grove Bunny a trip in 58-2. And Mel Land from Hopewell Cape parades back Jags Raisin in this final A stake. He's the son of Raisin Hanover and of the Jaguar Nightmare, some nice jag. Mel owns, bred, trains, and he throws the driving lines to Todd Treitz. And Jags Raisin, after taking a new lifetime mark, Old Home Week in Charlottetown of 156-4, winning here today in the mile, 2 minutes and a 5th. What a triactor, $687. Triactor here in race number 7. And the starters for the 8th race at the gate, and the gate is moving. All set for race 8. Maritime Travel sponsored race. Here's the posts. Kettle Point leaves inside, Terry Gallant. Then from post number 2, Racklin Fine Line, John Davidson. Magnetic Banka now scores 3, and Jill Barrio. Tanks a Lot in 4, and Kenny Arsenal. Then from 5, Woodmere Quick Peak, Al Jones. And the outside 6 post, now to Jarwa and Todd Treitz. 6 across, race 8, here they come. They're off and pacing. Good start. 4 of them busting out for it, including Kettle Point. Then on the outside, Magnetic Banka gets away racing in second. Woodmere Quick Peak is wide. Right there on the inside, Rackland Fine Line as they hit the backside. And it's Kettle Point. Then Magnetic Banka and Barrio's going to take a seat in the pocket. Rackland Fine Line is racing third. Woodmere Quick Peak, he's not going to get a seat unless he goes to the back of the pack. Jarwa now takes over 4th. Woodmere Quick Peak 5th, and he's going to keep trucking now and trailing the field. Tanks a Lot. 28-3 opener. Kettle Point on the point for Terry Gallant. Magnetic Banka is racing second. Racklin Fine Line, Woodmere Quick Peak hasn't found a spot yet and is on the outside. Then come Tanks a Lot on the outside, moving from 5th, racing 6th, and shuffle back is Jarwa. Halfway home, Kettle Point looking strong, and the half in a minute and 1/5, and a break for Galan off the front here, and he's got Kettle Point. Woodmere Quick Peak on the outside. He's been parked, and now comes to second. Magnetic Bank a third, then Tanks a Lot on the outside, fourth. Fifth to Rockland Fine Line, trailing sixth. Jarwaz, they race on to the 3/4, and Kettle Point steps it up. Magnetic Banka now comes to second. Woodmere Quick Peak is a racing third by the 3/4. 1:31 and 3, and another break there. 31 and change in that quarter. And Kettle Point, everything his way on the lead. Magnetic Banka, Woodmere Quick Peak, Tanks a Lot on the outside, tipping out 3 wide and driving on. Deep stretch, Kettle Point, Tanks a Lot on the outside, and Kenny Arsenault gets the win here, and he swoops them in the lane. Kettle Point was second, Rockland Fine Line third. Time for the mile. 1:59 and 4, flying that last quarter, and Tanks a Lot swooping them in the home stretch. Kenny Arsenault in the bike. 28 and 1 final quarter. Now winner of race 8, number 5, Tanks a Lot, a 5-year-old gelded son of Royal Match, out of the frugal gourmet mare Spare a Dime, owned by Austin and Macy Sorey, a Montague PEI, Wade Sorey trains, and Kenny Arsenault in the driver's seat. And Tanks a Lot scores win 4 of the season. Impressive trip, 59 and 4. The most impressive was that last quarter, 28 and 1, coming from fourth to win it. Last quarter, 28 and 1.